Chavez Jr. is back November 11th at the Forum against Anthony Dirrell. Um, and this fight's going to be at the full 168-pound limit, full super middleweight limit. I got to be honest, man. I'm a little surprised. I thought that after Chavez Jr. was embarrassed by Canelo in May, an easy fight for Canelo. He completely dominated and outclassed Chavez Jr. And it was an embarrassing performance from Chavez Jr. Not only that he was outclassed, which we all expected, but the fact that he just never opened up in this fight, never attempted to even go after Canelo. It was just a shell in there, even though he had a big weight advantage. But he's blaming it on the weight, which I mean, that's his fault. He agreed to drain himself. He's blaming it on the weight, whatever. But he was still embarrassed. But I'm surprised he's bouncing back so quick in November, and he's bouncing back against a legit opponent at 168 in Anthony Dirrell, and props to him for that. Now, whether you want to watch him fight or not, I don't know. I'm going to watch it because I'm a boxing fan. I'll watch anything boxing. That being said, I can see why people will be frustrated with Chavez Jr. My expectations for Chavez Jr. were never high, so I was never really let down. So it is what it is with me. But Anthony Dirrell is a legit, good 168-pound fighter, a decent fighter at 168. He lost his title to Badu Jack in 2015. No shame in that, because Badu Jack is one of the guys that you really have to look out for. He's tearing it up the past 5 or 6 fights. He's on one of those Carl Froch runs where he continues to fight top opposition and either wins or he had to draw with Chunky DeGale. But a very good fighter in Badu Jack, and that's Anthony Dirrell's only loss, at least of recent. I can't remember off the top of my head if he had a loss before that, but as of recent, that was his only loss. Good fighter, has won 2 fights by knockout since then, so he's back on track. So Chavez Jr. has his hands full in this fight. No, they're not taking a light touch coming back off the embarrassing loss. Anthony Dirrell, like I said, he's a legit 168-pounder. He's a good fighter, a decent fighter at 168, and Chavez Jr. is not going to be able to get in there and weight bully him. Dirrell is a better overall fighter, I think. So this is a fight that I think, yeah, I have Dirrell a good favorite in this fight. So I expect Dirrell to win this fight. But if Chavez Jr. bounces back and fights well, and it's an exciting fight in LA, and he wins this fight, he can be back on track. I don't know, but that's a big if, because Dirrell, like I said, I think he's a decent favorite in this fight. So I would favor Anthony Dirrell to beat Chavez Jr. I just think he's a better fighter, and he's a natural super middleweight. Chavez Jr., a guy who was fighting at middleweight, draining himself, and was just beating up, weight bullying guys. But since he's been in there with guys that are bigger and more of his size, he's been embarrassed. So I expect more of the same here, and I expect Dirrell to outclass Chavez Jr. But props to Chavez Jr. for bouncing back quick and taking this fight. Hopefully no funny business happens before then, and we actually get to see this fight. But Chavez Jr. versus Dirrell in November 11th at the Forum in LA. Hit me up. Let me know what y'all think about this fight. Do y'all have any interest in seeing Chavez Jr. ever fight again after his last fight? Or it is what it is with it? Are you going to watch it? Hit me up. Let me know.